So we're gonna start feet hip distance apart. So we're in a squat position. Toes are pointing forward, knees in line with hips, all that good stuff. Arms are just reaching along by your side. You're gonna lower into your squat and then reach your arms up to the sky. Now lower down and then reach up. Inhale down, exhale up. So you're getting nice and low. You're pressing those hips back behind you, reaching your arms up. Inhale back, exhale up. Good job, guys. Down and lift. So big movements with the arms, deep bend in the legs, reach. Down and up. And you want to go, taking it up to tempo a little bit. We got 4 more. 4 and lift. 3 and lift. 2 and lift. 1 more time. Down and up. Now we're going to step, we're going to lower down. We're going to step the right foot out to the side, nice and low. Your hinge forward, step it in, reach your arms up. Step your right foot back up. Low squat, lift up. Low and lift. Low and lift. Yep, so you're getting nice and wide with the legs. Down and up. We're only doing that right leg, stepping out and then pulling in through the inner thighs. Down, reach up. Down, reach up. You get that big sweeping movement with your arms. Really push off the floor with that right leg for 5. And lift. 4 and lift. 3 and lift. 2 and lift. 1 more time. Down and up. Now we do the left side. Left leg steps, lift it up. I'm going to move over a little bit. Left leg steps, lift. Left and lift. Left and lift. Deep low squat. We're keeping those toes pointing forward. Arms reach up and in. Bend both knees as you come down. So it's that squat position, not a lateral lunge. Down and up. Up, down, and lift. We've got 4 and lift. 3 and lift. 2 and lift. 1 more time, down and up. Now you take those arms to a T position. You're going to step your right foot back behind you. As you step it forward, you're going to hinge forward, squat, open up to a T. Hinge forward, lunge. So make sure you're not curtsying, just stepping your foot right back in a parallel lunge, and then down. Lunge and center. Regular lunge, T arms, hinge forward. Down. So your left knee never fully straightens. That one should start feeling the burn pretty quick. And in. We reach. Lower those arms for 4 and reach the arms forward. 3, find the squat. 2 and find the squat. 1 more time. We're going down, coming back, and then we're going to find that lunge position. Bring those arms to a prayer position. Yep, so this one's a lot of balance. You're going to keep both knees bent. You're going to rotate towards your left thigh. Reach up, straightening your front leg. Your back leg is straight, your front leg straight. When you come forward, straighten your front leg. Reach back up. So you twist towards the left and lift. We're keeping those fingertips pressed together. That back leg is straight, like an arrow, to help you stabilize. Down, reach up. Try to keep those hips square. And lift. Twist from the waist and lift. Almost lost it. Lots of balance. 3 and lift. 2 and lift. 1 more time. Turn and lift. The arms come back to that T position. We step your right foot forward, left foot back. We're in that lunge position. Now as we come forward, left foot steps, we come to that hinge. Squat, and then T-arms lunge. Squat, reach back. Squat, reach back. So now that right knee is staying bent the whole time. Step wide, step lunge. Step wide squat, step lunge T-arms. In, reach back. In, reach back. Great job, guys. In, reach back. Getting that heart rate nice and elevated, 5. And reach. 4. And reach. 3. And reach. 2. And reach. One more time. Side, reach, hold. Now we stay here. We straighten the back leg. We're going to bend that front knee, prayer hands. Come forward, the back leg straight. We turn towards the right leg. Straighten the front leg, the right leg, reach the arms up. Bend the right knee. Deepen the lunge, twist. Lift and press your arms up. Find your balance and stability here. Press. Keep your back glute engaged, your left glute. Reach up. Turn, twist, inhale, exhale, lift. Rotate from deep in the waist, lift. Keep that back leg super straight. And press it up. Yep. We've got 3. And reach, press. 2. Bend that right knee. Straighten it as you rise. And 1. And lift. The arms come back to a T. We're going to step your back foot forward and just circle those arms. Up, down, and around. Nice big circles, standing with those feet hip distance apart. Tall spine. Yes. And then we reverse. Reach your arms back. Come up, out, and down. Back, up, out, and down. Feel your spine grow taller. Feel your feet press into the floor. And last time, reach your arms up, take a big breath in. Step your left foot out to the side so you're in a wide stance, parallel feet. Right arm goes down, left arm goes up and over. Get that deep side bend stretch. Yeah. Come back up, we're gonna do it one more time going that way. Up and over to the right, slide those right fingers down, reach those left fingers up. Lift yourself up, left arm down, right arm goes up and over, find that side bend. Really think about those left fingers reaching towards the floor. Come back up, and then again. Reach up and over, elongate your spine. Come back up, reach both arms up to the ceiling, take a big inhale, and exhale, let your arms come down. Fabulous. And then you guys are ready to grab your weights. So you're gonna grab your 5-pound weights. You can always, for this series, go lighter if you need to. It's just to challenge you with a little bit heavier weights. If you need to do 2s, 3s, if you have neck tension or anything like that, feel free to do that, okay? So we're gonna start in a wide second position, heels in, toes out. So as you lower yourself down, you wanna press your knees out to the side. You're gonna press your right arm up. Down, press your left arm. Down, press your right. Down, press your left. Now ideally, you guys would be shoulders right over hips and staying totally vertical. Yes, like you are. I'm slightly hinged forward because I'm not in a full turnout. But I want you guys doing this at home to be in that full turned out position. It's like a plie. Lift, yep. Down, I'm just doing a modified version. Down and up. Really try to reach through your knuckles. Make sure you're not going past your shoulder, right, like that. We want to go right to 90 degrees, stopping at the top, using that front shoulder up. Inhale down, exhale lift. Down and up. Down and lift. Yep, powering through those legs, tightening those glutes at the top. And lift. We got 2 more. 2 and lift. 2 and lift. 1 and 1. We're going to go to both arms. So we go down, try to touch your weights. Lift. Down, lift. Think of almost like a kettlebell swing. So now you can use a little bit of momentum. Down, lift. You can really kind of reach your weights through your legs and then press up. Inhale, you want to tighten your core at the top. Tighten your glutes. Inhale, exhale. Now we are going slightly past that 90 degrees because we're using our entire body to press those arms up. Down, reach up. down, and lift. We've got 4. Lift, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, arms go down by your side. You're still in this wide, turned out position. Palms face up to the ceiling. We're gonna go into plie squats with bicep curls. So now as you lower, you're gonna pull the arms up, press your arms down, stand up tall. Down, lower, press up, lift. Down and up. So I want you to try to keep your shoulders right over your hips and lift. Down and up. Yes. Heart rate's nice and elevated and lift. Inhale down, exhale, rise it up. Or you can reverse and lift. Just make sure you're breathing. Down and lift. We've got 3 more. 3 and lift. 2 and lift. 1 more time. Down, hold. We stay. We're gonna alternate. Right, left, right, left. You're trying to stay low in that plie. I'm in a modified plie, you're in a regular one. And you're reaching for your knuckles. Reach and reach. Reach and reach. That's it. For 4 and 4, 3 and 3. Keep growing taller. 2 and 2, 1 and 1. We're gonna let those weights come in. Let those arms come down, straighten those legs. Now we're gonna step your toes, kind of bring your feet in so you're parallel, right? So your feet are parallel hip distance. And now we're going down into a hammer curl as you lower into a squat. So we're down and up. Lower, press yourself up. Inhale down, exhale up. We're gonna be doing a couple sets of regular squats. You got 2 sets of plie squats in. Now we're gonna get our parallel squats in and lift. Get that nice deep low squat. I want those hips going back behind you. You're bracing through your core. Down and up. Those knees are behind your toes. 3 and lift. 2 and lift. 1 more time. Down and up. And we're gonna go back to that position here. And then I want you to lift your right heel. So we're gonna lift the right heel and pulse in the squat. Yep, exactly. Up an inch, down an inch. Shoulders relax, chest open. Weight in your left heel, right heel lifted. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay in the squat, we're changing your arms. Your arms are here. As we rise, we're going here. So 90 degrees, sorry, I hear my face, at the elbows, and then you're gonna come back down and up. Down and lift. So try to make sure you're not here, right? We want that perfect 90 degrees. Down, bring the elbows in, lift the elbows. Inhale, exhale. I want you to think of using the outer part of your shoulder, down and up. And your upper back muscles lift. So you gotta wrap those shoulders around your back. Inhale down, exhale up. Really press that floor away from you. Press those hips forward and up. We've got 3 and lift, 2 and lift. 1 more time and up. We're gonna go back down, we're holding. We're lifting the left heel now and pulsing in the lunge, right? So you're up an inch, down an inch, left heel's lifted for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, you stand up tall, but you keep your arms right here. We're going right to triceps. So, elbows hugging the waist. We're doing simple tricep kickbacks today, where you're gonna go right foot step, arms extend. Pull it in, left, and in. Right, and in, left, and in. So that spine staying long, chest is staying open. I want you to feel like you've got your abdominals wrapped around your torso, like Spanx. So you're not popping your ribs, right? Press and in. Really reach back through the elbows. Try not to swing your arms. Make it really controlled. Reach, press, and center. Press, and in, yep. 5, and 5. 4, and 4. 3, and 3. 2, and 2. 1, and 1. You're gonna step that foot forward. You're in your hip hinge still, your weights are still here. We're going palms face up, pulse. Up and back. I want you to reach up and back through the knuckles. Try not to shrug those shoulders up by the ears. Try to keep your collarbones wide. Back of your neck long for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let your arms go forward. Unroll yourself. Come all the way up. Nice and tall. Awesome. Okay, last thing we're doing, you're going to take your left weight on your left shoulder. We're doing just a little weighted side bend. It's like a nice little finisher. Let our heart rates come down a little bit again. So we're going to reach your right weight towards the floor. I want 0 rotation in your body. Inhale into your side bend. Exhale, lift. So as I go over, I'm not collapsing into this side. I'm keeping that lift as I go over and then coming up. We're trying to work those obliques, the muscle on the sides of the rib cage, sides of the torso, and lift. Inhale into it, exhale. Pull yourself up from the left half of your waist. Keep those hips square. Keep your whole body square to your screen. Down, lift. 2 more. 2, and lift. And 1, and lift. Now we take that right weight, bring it on the shoulder. Take that left arm down by your side, switch. So again, we're going up and over. I'm going to move over a little bit so you can see my sides and the white wall. Up and over, and lift. So remember, no collapsing here. As I go over, I'm going up and over an imaginary forearm on that side of my waist. Lift. Up and over, inhale. Exhale, lift. You want to keep the space between the ears and the shoulders. Lift from that right side. And inhale down, exhale up. Down and lift. Up. We've got 4. And lift. 3. And lift. 2. And lift. 1 more time. Up and over. Lift from that right half of the waist. Great job, guys. Okay, so you can bring your weights down. We're going to come down to the floor now and go into our floor exercises. So I'm going to shift this down so you guys can see my mat. And then we'll move you guys back. There's still plenty of light. Okay, so you want to have your weights nearby. We will use them a little bit. So just have those 5-pound weights or whatever you use for your arm series. Have those nearby. You don't need them at the present moment, but you may need them. So I just want to have those there. Okay, we're going to start seated. I'm taking my shoes off now because they tend to get in the way. So if you had shoes on at the beginning, you can now remove those. So we're going to be straight, legs straight. We're going to start, your bodies are nice and warm, so let's also warm up our spines, right? So we're going to try to flex your feet, hug your inner thighs, reach your arms out in front. Try not to pull the arms forward. Plug the arms into the back, grow taller, and we're going to roll down, 1 vertebrae at a time. So really roll through your spines. I want each piece to come down. You're grabbing ground through the glutes. You roll down, bring those arms back overhead. That's your inhale. Arms lift. Exhale. Connect the ribs. Flex the feet. Lift up. The feet should not move too much. You're going to dive forward over the legs. How about for those abdominals? Go up and over somebody's forearm at your ribs. Relax your shoulders. Don't stack up. Go right back down. Roll through the spine. Anchor the heels in space. Really hug those glutes. Roll yourself down. Reach your arms back. Don't let your ribs pop at the bottom. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, slowly engage your core. Lift. And then we're diving forward. We go up and over those thighs. And then now we're actually going to start to bend the knees on this next one. So you slide the knees in here. My feet are flexed, and I'm right here ready for my half roll back series. So now I'm going right arm reaching up and back. Lift and return. Left arm reaching and return. So moving through, we warmed up the spine in that full range of motion. Now we're taking it back a little bit. Reach and lift. So I've got my core super engaged as I roll through the spine. And I'm hugging those inner thighs together to give myself that anchor point for the lower body. This arm does not cross the body. So the right arm stays in line with the spine. And lift. Yep. One more time each side. One to the right and lift. And one to the left and lift. Now we bring those arms in, or we interlace the fingers, elbows wide. We're going to hollow out those abdominals. So really pull in and up, roll back, find that little flex position. We're going to turn to the right and turn to the left. So make sure you're not too far back, hanging into your back. I want you to be up and out of the lower back, lifting up and over an imaginary forearm under the ribs the whole time. And that way you won't feel tension or pressure in the lower back. Twist and twist. We're going 3 and 3, 2 and 2, 1 and 1. Beautiful. Then you can straighten the legs. You're going to roll yourself all the way back down. Now we're ready for some ab work. So those hands are just going to come right back behind your head. We're going to keep the legs straight and together, toes pointed. As you curl your upper body, you're going to pull your right knee in towards your chest. Exhale. Inhale, reach back. And then now rotate towards that leg. And then reach out. So we curl, lift, exhale, and reach, and then lift and reach. So I'm coming up and over again, someone's forearm at my ribs. I'm alternating between the lift and the twist, working those upper and lower abs. And I have the benefit of keeping that right leg straight and on the floor so that that hip flexor isn't gripping. You've got 3 and reach, 3 and reach, 2 and reach, 2 and reach. One more time each way. 1 and 1. Yes, and you can come all the way down in between sides. Let your arms rest by your sides, and I want you to turn your head to the right and turn your head to the left. Just a little neck release here in the middle, and then turning to the right and turning to the left. Fabulous. Okay, now the hands come back behind the head. We're going to do that other side. So those left toes are pointed and staying anchored. You curl. Yep. Right knee comes in, reach it out. Remember, it doesn't come to the floor. You're hovering the leg and then doing a regular curl and a twist. So we exhale each time you come into that flexion. Keep that other leg long and anchored, reaching away from a strong center. Turn and in. Up, lift and reach, turn and center. You've got 3 and reach, 3 and reach. We got 2 and reach, working those upper and lower abs. 2 and those obliques. One more time each way. 1 and reach, and 1 and reach. Amazing. You can lower yourself all the way down. Again, let those arms come down by your side. Turn your head to the right. Turn your head to the left. Amazing. And then I just want you to turn over onto your left side. So you're going to roll right over onto that left side. And we're going to come up for some side leg series. Okay? So you want to have your bottom forearm bent. We're going to start up here. Make sure I'm straight. Yeah, so hips and knees stacked. We're gonna do a bent knee position today. Top knee can be down for Gil. So the tricky part about today's series, we're actually gonna lift. Instead of keeping the feet down, I want the legs to come up, feet to come up. The first one, we're just here. So we're keeping the feet connected, we're lifting the top knee. And I don't want to see this, right? So I'm going to see lots of lift up and out of the bottom half of the waist. You can always come down to hands supporting head at any time too. We will be actually, eventually in the series. 3, and down. Holding them up is hard. 2, and down, and 1. Hold. Little pulses up on an imaginary band. Tiny pulses for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, you keep these little feet off the ground. You're going to tap your knee in and then tap your toes. Tap the knee, tap the toes. So it's like internal rotation, external rotation. Internal and external. So continue to lift up and out of the bottom half of the waist. Down and lift. Up 3 and lift. 2 and lift. One more time. Down and up. Awesome. Now you can put that bottom leg down. We're going to keep this knee bent and push that heel back on an imaginary wall behind you. Remember, you can always come down, hands supporting head if you get neck tension, right? Inhale forward, so clear the shelf with your knee. Push back through your heel, inhale forward, exhale, bring it back. So you want to really tighten up that glute and hamstring right here as that leg goes back and feel the length and opening through the front of the hip. In fact, sometimes I like to put my hand here and then give it a nice little press as I go back, and I can get that full range hip extension. We've got 3, and bend, and 2, no sinking in the bottom half of the waist, and 1. Yes. Now, you're going to take that leg straight out, come down, hands supporting head. Now we're all the way down. Make sure that your elbow isn't, way over here. Keep it in line with your spine. Top arm reaches overhead. Yeah. And now we're going to lift and pull both together. Reach both back out. Yep. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, reach long. Pull everything in and reach it out. So that leg is not going on a diagonal, it's just going straight out in line with the hip. And that arm is reaching overhead. We're almost doing this kind of oblique curl here. Working our outer hips, working the waist to stabilize. Bottom knee pressing down and reach. Good guys, 2 more. 2, bottom knee pressing into the floor. 1 more time, in and reach. Now hold here. Take your bottom leg and straighten it. Take your top hand to the floor. Straighten your bottom arm. We're going to do our lateral flexion lifts. So now we go up, exhale, inhale, bring it down. So you want to try to keep yourself in a little toaster slot. And then lower. Inhale, exhale, lift. So you want to really super glue those inner thighs. Spread your fingers out so you can press into your palms to lift your body. Inhale, exhale, up, and then bring it down. Lift for 3, and lower, and 2, and lower, looking so good. Last time, hold. Now, baby scissors with those legs. Really reach long through the legs. You can always put your hand behind your head for support, but you're scissoring for 5, 4, 3, keep that waist lifted, 2, and 1. Lower those legs. You're going to just roll right over onto your back. In between sides, you're going to stretch that glute. So I want you to cross your right leg, not a figure 4. If you like that one, you can do that. I prefer to do this, where you actually cross it all the way over. You're going to grab onto your right ankle with your left hand, and then right hand on right knee. pull that leg towards you and let that right hip kind of drop down. And then I want you to just kind of rock side to side. Get that nice stretch for your glute. Start to feel it deep in that muscle. Take 2 really nice big deep breaths. Inhaling in, exhaling out, and then one more time. Inhaling in, exhaling out. And then I want you to uncross, hug your knees into your chest. See if you can curl your upper body up. So you're right here before we switch sides. Yes, amazing. Now you're gonna hug both hands on your right knee. Reach your left leg straight out. Yes, perfect. Then we're gonna switch. Left knee in, right leg straight. Up, reach, and reach. So we've got both legs reaching long. Remember, you can always put your hands behind your head if you need that support. Reach and reach. We got 2 and 2, 1 and 1. Hold. Now actually bring those hands behind your head if you're not already, and go right to bicycle. Switch and switch. Reach long through the legs. Turn from the waist. Keep that opposite hip from the side that you're turning to anchored to the mat. We don't want any wobbly hips. Strong, steady tailbone. 2 and 2, 1 and 1. Come in through center. You're going to grab onto your right ankle, straighten your left leg. Scissors. So we grab, switch, grab, switch. Yep. Hands can still be here if you need. You can also do this with bent knees if you need to, for your back. Reach and reach. Okay, also, hamstrings tight, hold behind the knee, not the ankle. Mine are pretty tight today. Switch and switch. Deep core burn before we switch sides. Right, guys? Strong, stable pelvis. Deep core connection. One more time each side. Right and left. Now we pull those knees in. We lower the head. Keep the knees pulled into the chest and just circle the knees. Give your back a nice little stretch. Yep, and then I want you to reverse your circle. Go the other way. Up, down, and around. And then stay with the knees in the center. Turn your head to the right. And then slowly, very slowly, turn your head to the left. And then we're just gonna curl up last time. We're just gonna rock up to seated. So you're gonna hug your knees in, think rolling like a ball, press your shins into your hands, come all the way up. Yes, and then we're gonna switch sides. You're gonna swing around, you're gonna be on that right side. Now, so we've got our right forearm down, and we're gonna start up here. Remember, hips and knees are stacked. We don't wanna sink, lift, and then we're lifting up the feet off of the mat. We're gonna press open and close. So we're doing that clamshell. Exhale up, inhale down, working those outer hips and down. Yep, exhale up, inhale lower. Keep thinking about that lift here. I don't wanna see any saggy waist. Up and down. Yep, for 4. And lower, 3. And lower, those feet are staying together, 2. And on when we hold, baby pulses up. Little pulses up on an imaginary band. Yep. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we go tap the knee, tap the toes. Internal, external. Yep. So it's really good for hip strength and mobility, this one, because you get to pass through both ranges of motion. Down and lift. Try not to sink. Remember, you can always come hand supporting head down here if you need to. Down and up. We have 2 more. 2 and reach. 1 and reach. Yes. Now we lower the bottom leg. We keep this one up. You can come down, hand supporting head if you haven't already. We're going to push back through the heel. Exhale. Inhale, come forward. As I come forward, I do not hike and shift the hips, right? I keep the space between my hip bone and my bottom rib. Exhale, push through the heel. Inhale, forward. Exhale, press. Inhale, bend. Remember, we can put the hand here to give you that little assist as you go back. Open the hip, lengthen the front of the hip joint. Inhale, exhale, push back. And then inhale, forward. Give yourself that little bit of extra resistance. Forward and back. We've got 3. And push through your heel. And 2. And press. And one more time. And press. Amazing. Now we straighten that leg. We're going to reach our top arm overhead. Yep. And then as you come up with that leg, you're going to bend the knee, pull the elbow in, reach everything back up. Yes. In and reach long. In and reach long. Amazing. So we're keeping the bottom half of the waist long. The bottom knee is pressed into the mat. And I'm keeping my chest open. I'm keeping that space between my top shoulder and ear. Reach, pull it in, exhale. Inhale, reach long. We've got 4. And reach. This is one of my favorites. And 3. And reach. Working that waist. 2. And those glutes. And then one more time. In and reach. Amazing. Now we keep this leg straight. So we're going to transition. Bottom leg also straightens. We take that head down on that bottom hand. Palm is facing down on the bottom hand, also on the top. And we're going to lift up into our side bends. Up and then coming down. So this is an exhale. Inhale, lower. I want those toes pointed, those inner thighs super glued together. Fingertips spread out. Palms pressing into the mat. Down and uplift. Down and lift. Amazing. We've got 4. And lower, one of my favorites, 3. Don't just work those obliques. Feel that entire navel pulling it up. 3. And 2. And 1, we're holding right here. Small scissors, right? If you can stay up or put the hand behind the head if you feel like you want that little extra support. Reach long through those legs. Lift the bottom half of that waist, right? For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the legs. We're rolling right over onto your back to stretch that muscle out. So I want you to cross. Remember, if you like figure 4, you can do that. I prefer this one, so I'm crossing all the way over like a pretzel. And I'm going to have my right hand on my left ankle, left hand on left knee, and I'm pulling the leg towards me, thinking about the hip bone pulling down as I pull in with this right hand. So I'm giving myself a little traction. Okay, 2 deep breaths. Inhaling in, exhaling. You can kind of rock side to side, massage that muscle. Feels so good. And then from here, we're going to uncross and then feet our hip distance apart. And we're going to go into a little bridge series before we end with some extension. So you're in your bridge, your feet are hip distance apart. We're going to do some fun movements of the arms, but I want you to start simple. Fingertips reach towards your heels. You're going to roll yourself all the way up to the top of your bridge. Now, when you're up here, don't over tuck the pelvis, right? So connect your ribs, but give yourself a little bit of neutral spine at the top. Roll yourself down 1 vertebrae at a time. Try to roll through each piece of your spine. Let your tailbone pull all the way through to neutral. Inhale, exhale, tilt the hips back. Connect the ribs, peel that spine up and off the mat. Find elongated bridge position. Knees pulling forward. Roll it down with control. Don't let those knees roll in or out. And try not to turn your head when you're in your bridge like I was. Not good for the pressure in the eyes. Inhale, exhale, roll yourself down. On this next one, we're going to add in a little arm movement. So coming up to the top and then holding those hips up. And then I want you to reach your arms back overhead. So you're going to lower your hips to a hover. Inhale, exhale, press your hips up, press your arms down to the back. Inhale, lower to hover. Exhale, press. So I want you to do these big sweeping motions, can't talk, with your arms. Down with the hips, back with the arms, up with the hips, down with the arms. Feel the opposition. You push down to the arms to lift up to the hips and then reach back. And no time are the ribs popping or the knees rolling it around. Up and then down. We've got 4 and lower. 3, finding that connection to the back of the thighs. 2, and back down. And last one, and hold. Just hold, lower your arms all the way down, and then roll your spine down one vertebrae at a time. Fabulous. Now, you're just gonna roll right over onto your stomach. So we're coming over and down for a little bit of extension. Okay, if you have tight lower back, tight hips, you can always prop your hips up on something. Yeah, so if you have a half foam roller, if you have a Bosu, even like sometimes a rolled up towel is good. For me today, I'm actually going to grab, if you happen to have cut up little mats, that works too. But anything that you can do just to give yourself a little prop underneath your hip bones. So you're going to come down, you have the hip bones kind of at the top of your, whatever your prop is. If you're on Bosu, you're going to have them on your bullseye. We're going to have our goalpost arms. We're going to start really simple today, and then we'll add in a little bit. So first, I want you to kind of pull your tailbone towards your heels, lengthen through the lower back, and then come up, and then lower down. So inhale, get longer to lift through the mid-back. Exhale, lower. Inhale, spread the fingers out, press down through the forearms as you lift through the mid-back, and then lower yourself down. Find that anchor point of the pubic bone and the hip bones into the floor, and then come down. One more time. Coming up, and then coming down. Now we're going to add on to that. So we're going to let the arms and legs come into this slight hover. Okay? If this ends up being too much for you, you keep one foot down and you just do one leg. I'll show the modification first. So I've got both arms in a hover, my back's in a slight hover too. Now I'm going to bend my left heel, or left knee, my left arm is bent. I'm going to press my left leg straight, reach my right arm forward, and then bend to the left knee, pull the right elbow in. Why don't we all do this actually? Reach instead of alternating. And then now to make it harder, right, you take your right foot into a hover. Reach. And then pull in. Your challenge is to hold yourself up in extension. Keep the back of the neck long. And then if you've got that other leg in the air, you're reaching along to the toes. Reach and pull it in. You've got to keep those abdominals lifting away from the floor. Pull it in. And 2. And in. Amazing job. One more time. You got to keep those posture muscles strong. Okay, and then put everything down for a second. Just take a little breather. Give your back body a little break. And the thing that's nice to do as you reset in the center is you kind of like tuck under with the hips, like very exaggerated, and then release. Tuck under, like it's like this little deep kind of tuck, and then release. It kind of stretches that lower back in the middle. Now we're ready to do your other side. So we're gonna slowly come up into that slight hover with your upper back. Then we lift your right leg. Keep your left leg attached to the ground for now. Both arms come up into that goalpost hover. We're gonna bend that left knee in, and then reach, straighten, left arm, right leg. Pull everything in, and then reach. Pull in, and reach. And I've gotten fancy on the side. I've added that flex foot in, pointed toe out. Flex foot in, pointed toe out. Remember, to intensify, you take that left leg to that long, low hover. Reach. That right arm still in that goalpost reach position. Pull in, flex, and point, reach. We've got 2. And reach long, tighten that core. Last one. And reach. Take everything down. Press yourselves back into that counter stretch. So I want the knees together, not child's pose, right? Really round your spine as you sit back towards your heels to counter stretch that back. You want to lift your abdominals away from your thighs. These are rounding the mid back and the lower back. So you can really get that counter stretch. And just take one really nice big inhale in and then exhale out. You're going to walk your hands towards you. Move your prop out of the way, and we're just going to end the little cat-cow. So hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. You want to be hip distance apart. We're going to find extension first. So reach your booty back, sitting bones back. Crown of the head forward. Then exhale. Press the tops of the feet down. Press down to the palms. Round up. Inhale, relax, release. Roll through the spine, and then come into that extended position. Yes. Round the spine up. Really get that deep flexion. You're stretching out that back, wrapping those shoulders, spreading out those fingers, inhaling all the way through. Last time, we exhale, round it up, give yourself that really well-deserved stretch, and then slowly reach it all the way back behind you. Find that extension one last time. Awesome. And then you guys are all done. I hope you enjoyed it.